Video. It's the view I got for you guys. You know, good views out here in nature at the lake. Mic check, mic check. I just had to check out for the watchers because they still watching. You got people on the on the water too. I believe they probably watching. After a while, there's gonna be a lot of noise. They're gonna try to distract me. I believe. You know how the system go when you're trying to do the right thing. But rise and shine, my beautiful gods and goddesses. I been MIA for real, just trying to get this shit right. I was going through a whole lot of spiritual warfare. I guess that's what you could say. But now we back on it, and I understand. I understand now. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna do a meditation, kind of, sort of. Got some mala beads here. If you do your research on them, you can see what they use for and whatnot. But you can use these to kind of count unconsciously with while meditating, so you could keep account and control your breaths too, uh, while doing it. But it's supposed to be like 108, 109 beads. Well, no, count them. But as you meditate and breathe, you start from one end. There's the middle. You start from one end and you move on, and you just go all the way around until you make it back to the front or to the bottom, top, wherever you want to call it. But yeah, we're gonna do a little meditative thing. I gotta pray in the way before I do this because I need the will. You know, I need the but what today we're gonna do 12 Laws of the Universe by, y'all know. I ain't finna keep messing up the name if I ain't saying it right because ain't nobody correcting me anyways. But I done already went through and marked out like some highlights and everything. I done wrote a little bit for y'all to from my peace of mind, and let's we'll get to it when we get to it. But first, we want to thank the Most High God. I am that I am. Allah Ashe. Allah Ashe. If y'all ever think about Allah means arm, leg, arm, head. Allah, which is you on earth, right? Because what we got, arm, leg, arm, head. You know what I'm saying? Once you realize that you are Allah, because the God is within, so like all you have to do is just find it, so you can move and be you. You know what I'm saying? I was had a dream. It took me back. I think I was a child. I'm still trying to piece it together, but it was more so just like in a expectation or a a view of just living as a child still, like how when we was kids and in school or whatever, or when you get out of school you could be outside playing with your friends, you don't care about shit. You just literally just living your life to the fullest of the full. And I believe that's what we're supposed to be here doing, like knowing that everything gonna work out for the goodness of the most righteous God, high God, right? And because of that divine power that's within it, it does the unspeakable. And like that's just like you have to go through stuff just to see stuff, and like once you realize and you see stuff, then that's just what it is. You got to move and adapt. You got to have the discernment to know how to move and adapt. But other than that, um we remain happy, peaceful, and in love. You can't do a lot of stuff without love, but go ahead. If y'all want to meditate with me, y'all can. Whatever you need clairvoyance on, or um, you just need a better understanding of things. Sit down, take time with yourself, and you'll figure it out. The answer's gonna be there, right? Right. And a lot of y'all not breathing right either, because you're supposed to breathe from your diaphragm instead of your lungs, because you get a deeper air pool or whatever when you're doing it from your diaphragm, because it comes from within, literally. And then the life force in the air, yeah, that just be good. Crazy, man. Gotta love life though. And we're back, my beautiful people, my beautiful, beautiful people. But, and bruh, if you talk about me smoking, then so be it. I'm gonna do what I need to do. I'm gonna do what I want to do, cause my life, my free will, do what I want. But I'm gonna do it in love, though. I'm only able to do this because of the divine power that's within. Without that power, we wouldn't even exist. You feel me? That's the only reason for us to exist, because of the divine that is all to be all, is in all, right? The ground, this book, this drink, even this, So like we just different versions of the divine oneness, right? So if we all different versions of it, that means we all different versions of each other too, in a way. So like when you look at it that way, shit, you, me, I'm you. We just different. You know what I'm saying? And I be on TikTok and stuff. I hear a lot of people talking about it and whatnot. But shit, I'm gonna talk about it too. I feel like it's right, so why not? But on today we got law 3, law of attraction. We was in law 2 last time, law of vibration. We felt all them vibes, and now we understand them vibes. Now we know how to move around and get to our vibe, which is the high vibe. Without that high vibe, you ain't gonna make a lot. You ain't gonna make a lot happen. You ain't gonna make a lot happen for yourself or for whatever. That's my spell. LOL. But the law of attraction, what is like unto itself is drawn, meaning whatever you feel inside you or whatever you make your reality, like by doing you or whatever you desire the most. I say it that way. Whatever you desire the most, and if you align with that desire, right? Say money. You align with money, guess what? You gonna attract money. Simple as that. If you ain't aligned with money, guess what? You ain't gonna get none. You could have some, but guess what? It's gonna go. It's gonna go real quick because you not aligned with it, and it ain't gonna you not even in a right state of mind or the right alignment to make that money work for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that come into play, and kind of some things contradict itself too. But shit, that's where your discernment come in. Is you gonna let it be contradicted, or you gonna find your way around it through your divine the through the divine will? Because if you can't do it, guess what will? You feel me? But going back to the law of vibration, we know that everything has a unique vibration. The law of attraction says that vibrations of the same frequency attract each other. Higher frequency thoughts attract more of the same things, just as lower frequency thoughts attract more of the same things. When you keep that, when you keep the vibration high, you will notice things seem to go your way more naturally, and things that usually disturb you don't seem to matter, right? And that's what you know I was going through in my absence or whatnot. So like this kind of these videos probably could be like a testimony or whatever how the divine will work. You can take it how you want to, but I just say what I need to say and do what I need to do. But why doesn't it work? Most people use the law of attraction to attract things into their life: a partner, a better job, more money, etc. This sometimes succeeds, but usually it won't. If it was, we would all be living in our dream home and be satisfied in our bodies, but we are not. There are many reasons why people do not find the result from the traditional teaching of the law of attraction. One reason is that they do not realize there are 11 other laws that could be considered for working with this law, right? So if it's 12 laws, law of attraction 1 is 11 more. So you know what I'm saying? You gotta master the other laws just so you can master this law. So like, or take the other laws in account just so you can master this law. And that's really why I do giving time though in between these videos. So it give people time to work on that specific law if they choose to work on that law. Because by the time because I'm working on it too. So like as I do these, I'm going through and I'm trying to figure stuff out because if we don't have if we not even trying to gain wisdom or knowledge, then how are we trying to be a better version of ourselves, right? It don't work like that. So like if you sitting there stuck in your ways and stuck in there doing the same thing over and over, then that's what you just gonna be doing. You know what I'm saying? But if you trying to do something different or trying to make a step in a different way, then that's what it's gonna be. You will see your progression going forward if you keep trying. You know what I'm saying? And then the signs are everywhere. Like, are you listening? Are you seeing? in one of these scriptures, I forget which one it says, those that have eyes will see and those that have ears will hear. But you gotta be at a high enough frequency to just, you know what I'm saying, to hear. Do you hear the bird? You probably can't because of this mic. But shoot, two big ass swans. One on came through, they be croaking. But another reason is that they do not match the frequency of their desires. Simple enough. It is not enough to want it. You need to merge with the frequency you want. You can want it all you want, but if you don't feel it in your heart, and you and because basically, I came across some new information too. Your heart is like a generator, right? Because everything is energy, right? So your heart is the generator for your physical body. So we got this generator in our chest. The more it pumps, the more energy we able to produce and put out, right? That's why they say, try to stay fit and work out or whatnot. But you also need to have your rest. If you're not getting no rest, then how are you able to perform at your best? Simple as that. But like I was saying, it's like a generator. So like that mug is pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping, boom, boom, boom. But what are you pumping it for? Like if you just pumping it just to pump it, you ain't pumping it for the goodness of the Lord. You ain't pumping it for your business. You ain't pumping it for your work. You know what I'm saying? You just sitting there going through the flow, just be like, oh, it is what it is. I ain't gonna get no better than this. I'm be alright. Nah, man, you ain't gonna be alright. You ain't meant to live like this. None of us, you know. So get your shit right. Um, we get what we vibe, not what we ask for. I'm sure you all know that someone who feels deeply this way. Example: Brad wants to attract his dream lover, but he complains that all the good people have already been taken, and that dating apps are a waste of time. Brad's suspicion is at odds with the frequency of love he seeks. Contrary to abundance and love, it exudes a vibration of scarcity and frustration. What for that? What he needs to do is clean up his own personal energy around the theme of love and keep his thoughts and actions aligned with it. Now, this does not mean that he should pretend that he is not depressed. I suggest he should find a way to truly change the path from frustration to love. Excuse me, I be getting nervous and stuff sometimes. But yeah, so like your actions got to be aligned with love. So if you say you love somebody, right? Show them you love them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Actions speak a lot louder than words. Like you could say something all day long, but they're just talk. Words or spells anyways. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to hear no words. Show me you love me. I want to feel it in my heart when I see you. You know what I'm saying? If I don't feel it in my heart when I see you, then what's the purpose of you being here in my presence? None. None at all. Because I don't feel no love from you. Advice: you are a magnet, and your experience is the embodiment of the energy you release, consciously or unconsciously. Look around and realize that you are attracting the real environment you live in at the moment. At the moment. Because we only can live here and now. We can't live in the past. We can't live in the future. We can't live nowhere else but right now. Need you take a breath. And you just see there's no better place than just being here and now. You're worrying about too much stuff that's out of your control. Look at the gator. You done got close to gator, but it ain't in your control, and you just gotta have faith that everything gonna work out exactly how you want it to, or exactly how the divine has put it out to be. But you also got to remember who you are too. If you don't know who you are, that's where it started. You learn who you are. Like I could tell you, but me telling you ain't gonna do nothing for you. So you have to figure out who you are for yourself. And like once you figure out who you are for yourself, everything else will become more clear to you, to the things around you, and whatever is in your life. It just become more clear for you to see what it is and what it ain't. As you know, the law of attraction tells us that like attracts like. So in order to have the things you want in life, you have to figure out how to vibrate at the same frequency as the things you desire. More general lesson here is that being positive, proactive, and loving will bring more of the same things to your life at the same time. Pessimism, fear, and lethargy will cause you to have more negative experiences in all aspects of life. Like I was like we did at the beginning of this video, I wrote a little side note. I was like, meditate to connect to the divine. You know, if you want to connect to like a certain vibration or whatever, take time to meditate or sit in silence, and get everything together and be present. That way you can have a more clear. I'm sorry, I'm country. I'm gonna talk how I talk. You have a more clear mindset on the things that you feeling. So like, and you gotta cut out the distractions. You might have to if you need to fast from something. Like if you feel like something taking up too much of your time, fast from it. You ain't gotta quit it, but fast from it. So you could get your what you need. You know what I'm saying? Um, money, peace, happiness, etc., etc. Whatever you desire, you can have as long as your heart can feel strongly about it, right? Or your heart can love it the more love it more. You don't like people, why? Because you don't love people. If you loved everybody, then you would like everybody. But you know how y'all live. Even today, by choosing to live positivity, you are already using the law of attraction to create a better life for yourself. There's no doubt that the most talked about universal law, the law of attraction, is often used in manifestation. It says that like attracts alike, and that you will get what you focus on. Not only that, you must not only that, you must also believe that what you are looking for is possible, similar to the law of vibration in this way. The more important thing is to learn to vibrate at a level that attracts what you're looking for. Y'all heard that? To learn to vibrate at a level that attracts what you are looking for. For example, if you want love but don't give love, then you are sending a message to the universe about your priorities. If you repeat a statement but do not believe what you say, it's useless. When you when we focus on what we want instead of what we don't want, it will appear in our lives. So like today I challenge you to start putting your mind towards what you want in life first. And once you figure out what you want in life, now put your heart in it and go get it. The information out there for you. Ask somebody there to help. Ask God. God there to help. The God within is always there to help because you already got all the answers you need. Just turn within to go get them. Simple as that. Keep looking for the external answers. You already got the answers. Y'all got to know who y'all are. Science shows that everything in the universe ultimately composed of energy, vibrational frequencies. Quantum physicists have proved that although matter may appear solid, when it's broken down into the smallest components through a high power microscope, it ends up mostly empty space, scattered energy. Like if I was able to just break my part, be like, yeah, see, energy. For us, this comes in the form of thought. The truth or fact that we care about it, the truth or fact that we care about and believe will eventually be embedded in our subconscious and become our vibration. So if we have negative blockages, this kind of vibration is emitted by us you will see some people walking upright and stand out from the crowd. They really stand out with a positive aura, and everyone feels and want a piece of it. This did not start from the outside. This is what you resonate internally and then resonate externally. But even to even get through there, bro, you gotta do the shadow work, man. A lot of people don't even understand they want something that they can't get because they don't want to do the work. Stop being fucking lazy. I'm sorry about my English. Shit. God dang. I'm sorry. I get a little emotional about this. But for real though, man, like do the shadow work, man, so y'all can be healed. If you ain't doing no healing, if you not trying to, do better for yourself, for your family, break generational curses, bro. Forget all the stuff they trying to keep telling you to do, bro. They keep trying to keep you in a fucking box. Get outside that box. You can't fit what you want in a box. You can't fit what God gonna give you in a box. You know? Open that bitch up. This law of vibration in action may many people are afraid that bad thoughts or low vibration will destroy their lives in some way because they don't realize it. The law is not a punishment, but a very clear mirror of our self-esteem, a very clear mirror of our self-esteem and mentality. You are surrounded by the results of decisions made in the past, and you are fully capable of making other decisions and appealing to different environments. This is what I had wrote a while back. This like probably weeks ago when I actually read this and did it. Right. So like, but I said basically nothing's gonna work on your time. If you see my whole, be quiet, please. Not yeah. Basically, it's not gonna work on your time. Everything is divine timing, right? So like, as long as you putting the foot forward and having that faith to basically get whatever you're trying to get done, the divine timing of whatever you getting done will get done when it needs to. It's like you gotta let go of control. Simple as that. You know how they say let go and let God? Like, yeah, that's like really true. Like let go of control. Do what you need to do, right? But let go of control of the outcome. The outcome gonna happen exactly how you desire it, but you gotta do it with the love in your heart. Um I said, remain in your faith and standing in your divine power that is within. Attract what you desire and know that it is done. The law 5, it correlates with this because it's the law of action, right? But we're gonna get to that when we get to that. So healing, trials, mentality, love, wisdom, all the things that you to work on, like during the journey, like. And it's more, it's way more that you should be working on too. But you'll figure out what you need to work on. Them just a few. But during this journey to get closer to where you are, you need to do the work, honestly. Like it's not just physical work. It's a spiritual war we at, right? So like you need to do the work. Find out what the work is and do it. You know? And because we ain't supposed to be living like this, man. Man, these folks got us oppressed still, and y'all think y'all not oppressed. Yes, y'all are. Why? Why are you being told what to do? I thought we were supposed to be here to live heaven on earth in the physical form of God, or in the physical form of the divine oneness, right? We supposed to be free. We got free will, so why we not free? Y'all still paying for all this shit? No, that's a different topic though. Yeah, man, you ain't gonna get distracted. But now we rise. Reclaim what is yours so that you can receive what is yours. God is getting ready to sit us down. He getting ready to sit us down. You know what I'm saying? At the table. Make sure you check the seats at your table though, because you don't want to have no bad energy at your table. That's gonna fuck up the whole table. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's all I got today, man. think that's all I got today. Most of the time, most no, for real though, about that type of shit. This is exactly what I wrote though. I'm gonna read what I wrote. It says God is getting ready to sit his chosen down at the table to eat, right? Make sure you check the seats at that table and who is determined or going to sit with you. Everyone doesn't belong, and that's just the hard truth. Everybody don't belong at your table, and like friends, family, whoever. You know what I'm saying? Don't care if your energy, if they not in alignment with you, they don't need to be at your table. That's just real shit. Um, you know who those are, because if you made it this far for real without certain people, you obviously they ain't need to be at your table. I'm just gonna say that. That's it. The next law is law of correspondence. As above, so below. As above, so below. So whatever you thinking in your head is gonna be what's out here. Cause your head really is the highest of the high. That's in the physical form, right? In the body. So like say if you thinking about heaven and hell, heaven and hell, right, is like heaven. How y'all would look at it is heaven, hell. And so whatever happened in heaven is gonna happen below, or you could look at it as heaven and earth. So like if heaven above earth right now and we here, then if you doing stuff in the spiritual realm and you getting right in the spiritual realm to get your heaven right, and then it'll come to effect. There's like goes into what we were saying about the law of what this is law of attraction. Like you gotta attract it. So like you can attract what's in heaven already because it's already there. Is everything done in heaven? Why you think it's heaven? But you gotta attract it and you gotta bring it here. So as above, so below. The divine justice is already up there working for us. We gonna be saved for sure. But do you believe it? I do. Peace and abundance, everybody. I love y'all. Hashtag one love.